So we're just going through now and reviewing. We're on number 5 in the homework, and we're just kind of reviewing some concepts while we go through the homework. So this is one example of depreciable basis, this calculation. Also, say that you buy, a piece of equipment for let's see, what would be a good example? And I use it 82% for business. What's my depreciable basis? The cost basis is 20 grand, right? But the depreciable basis is 16.4. So make sure that you understand. I mean, oftentimes the cost basis and the depreciable basis are the same, right? I mean, if I buy a PC for use in my business, I pay $1,200. The depreciable basis and the cost basis is the same. But in the example here, if I purchase a piece of real estate, I've got to add closing costs and pull out land to get to depreciable basis. If I use something less than 100% for business, my depreciable basis has got to be multiplied by that, doesn't it? Okay, good. Number 6. Is it possible to depreciate a residential rental building that's actually increasing in value? Yeah, because what is depreciation? Give me the one sentence. Yeah, it's a cost allocation, isn't it? It's allocating the cost of an asset over time. Market value is completely irrelevant, isn't it? Number 7. Mike purchases a heavy-duty truck, 5-year recovery property, for his delivery service on April 30th. It's not considered a passenger auto. Why is that a critical differentiation to make when you're talking about a car or a that's not quite the wording I'm looking for, Jess. Okay, a vehicle is listed property, but we're still missing. So what about that? Heavy duty is not limited by what? That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Gretchen. There's limitations imposed by luxury auto limitations, aren't there? For regular vehicles. You've got to go to that chart on page whatever it is. It tells you in year 1 you can take X, like 3,080 or whatever those numbers are. In year 2 you can take Y. And just as a final refresher, can somebody find that page for me, please? If you've got a vehicle, say that you bought for $21,000. I'm sorry. Okay, it's page 7-8 are the luxury auto limits. So what I'm trying to take you through is when you see a car or a vehicle or a truck, your very first question is what? Is it a passenger vehicle? Or is it really something else, some sort of heavy-duty truck or delivery van or, something that's not a passenger vehicle? Like I've got a guy that's a drywaller and he's got this big van with sides on it that's custom to carry drywall around. I'm not limited by luxury auto on his depreciation schedule. Okay, I throw it right into a 5-year makers, or I can 179 it. Up to 25 grand. And with the taxable income limitation and the hopefully didn't buy more than 200 grand worth of equipment, my little drywaller isn't going to be buying more than 200 grand of equipment. Okay, so my point is, can you work this for me kind of quickly? If I use my $21,000 rig, 70% for business, how much can I depreciate in the first year? It's a passenger vehicle. No, it's not 7-8. That's not what page we're on. We're on 7-17. It is. It's a passenger vehicle that I use 70% for business. And my question is, what's my depreciation in the first year? Nope. It's $3,160 times 70%, right? So on page 7-17, says 3160 is the max, but that's not really the max. It's whatever it is times business use. So it's $2,212. You guys all look really tired today. Everyone's yawning. Are you just like at the end of your ropes? Yes, we are, in fact.
What was the price on the luxury vehicle?
Yeah, once you get up around 15, 16, 17. I mean, always go look at, when it's a passenger vehicle, at that luxury auto limits. So in this case, it's not, is it? It's a heavy-duty truck on number 7. Calculate the amount using the straight line depreciation. So which tables am I going to? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't even need tables. What do I do? Just take your... Yeah, so what's the cost of it again? And how many years am I taking it over? 5 years, 12 months, and a year. So I'm taking it over 60 months. And how many months are in the year I'm depreciating? How many months do I own it in the year I'm depreciating it for? Right, 8 months. So 5211 is my depreciation, straight line. Then it says use it, do it using the maker's elections. In this case, I go to table 7.3, and I pick up the percentage. And on table 7-3, I think the percentage is 10%. So 3,908. And then lastly, it asks for accelerated depreciation. I go to the maker's table 7-2, and the percentage for year 1 for a 5-year asset is 20%. So for makers, it'd be 78.16. Right? Number 9, it asks for the maker's life on the following assets. How many years does a car go over? 5. And business furniture? 7. And a computer? 5. Residential real estate? 27.5. And commercial real estate? 39. And land? Nothing. Did we do 8? Oh, okay, sorry. Holly purchased a residential apartment building on August. The cost assigned to it was $800,000. She also had bought another building in June with a cost basis of $500,000, and they want to know what her total depreciation is. Is this residential or commercial real estate? Residential. So we're going to table what? Okay, page 711, table 4. And what's the convention, thank you, for residential real estate again? Mid-month, right? The convention is mid-month. The method is what? Straight line. Right? Mid-month convention, straight line method.
I pick up 1.364% for the purchase in April, and the purchase in June, 1.97%. So the first year, the depreciation totals $20,672. In year two, I use 3.636% for both properties. I don't know, this is just what the key says. 800,000 times 0.01364, 1091, 1,091 for the first property. And then on the second one, 500,000 times 0.0197, 9850.
The first number is 10,000.
Thank you. So that's 20,672.
20,000.
Oh, 762. They transposed the numbers in the key. Huh, funny. Thank you. And then in year two, I did the math and I got 47,268. Yeah? Okay. Number 11. I'm just going to read the numbers. If you have any problems, let me know. 4,546 for 11A. 11B, 960. C is $400, and D, 1,749. Anybody need me to go over any of those? Which one? Okay, the first one, 200,000. It's residential. I go to that same page we were just looking at, 7-11. And then you go across, Joe, to the month that you bought it in. And that's where I pick up the 2.273% in the fifth month. So 2.273 times 200 grand is 4546. No, the months go across. And then number 13, we've got a computer, costs $3 grand. I use it 80% of the time in my accounting business, 20% for personal use. So my depreciation there is $3 grand. I use it 20% for, what did they say? Yeah, I don't really understand the math they did here. They took $3 grand times 20% times 80%. Oh, that, yeah, that's, yeah, I'm sorry, that is exactly, I missed that. So 80% business use, so the depreciable basis, $2,400. And then I go to the maker's tables, it's a 5-year asset, what's my percentage on the maker's table for year one? That's the 20. Okay, I'll open up the solution so that you can go back and follow these. Make sure you know how to use these tables, okay? All right, let's spend the last 25 minutes. Any questions on these? And again, I'll open up the solution so you can take a look at them. You can turn them in today. I'll take them up through like noon tomorrow. Okay, so what I'd asked you to do was to copy over the headings from the Pacific Yurt project we worked on, right? So highlight it all, copy, go to a new sheet, and paste.
And I'm going to give you some assets, and then I'd like you to do just basically what we did with last on the Pacific Yurt one. So I'm going to start, let's see, let's get this blown up a little bit so you can see them. Okay, so they play like some, I don't know what it is even.
Yeah, what is it,
Jeopardy. Okay, so let's say that I'm a potter. I'm in the pottery business. And the first thing that I do is I buy an industrial potter's wheel. So this is, we're doing 2014, right? 1/8/14. And unless I tell you otherwise, these are all 100% business use. This, however, because I also do some personal potting, is 90% business use. See, the second thing that I buy is a commercial or a dual axle truck to move my pottery to trade shows. And I buy that as I get ready to go to my first trade show. And I also purchase an existing potter's logo or trademark. On 8/1/14. Additionally, I buy trade show, what would you call that? The stands that you take to trade shows, setup, sure. Trade show setup. Booth, that's the word I'm looking for, thank you. Used for, those things are expensive. Ooh, sorry. I buy that as I get ready again to go to my first trade show. And I'm sorry, I think we need to insert a column in here that says cost, because as we just saw, cost basis and depreciable basis aren't the same thing, necessarily. What's happening there? Oh, that's that weird formatting. Format cells. And I just want it to be a number, please. Thank you. And the potter's wheel was 41.2. The truck was 12,950. The logo and the trademark was $9,080. And the last thing that I bought was an iPad and a square so that I can take, you know what squares are that you put on your iPad so you can take Visa from an iPad. I bought that when I started the year out. And I use that. I also use that probably 20% business or personal, so that's 70% business use. And I paid for the square and the iPad $1,084. Okay.
So what our goal is, obviously then, is to complete the Excel spreadsheet and then take these to a 4562. I will post both the results of the spreadsheet and the 4562 for you on Moodle so that you can use that as another example because you'll, excuse me, be doing something like this on the exam. Yeah. Yeah. All good? Sure.